Hey, what's going on, music lovers, and welcome to another episode of Music Culture Daily. I am your host, Maurice. Please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And on today's episode is Throwback Thursday, so I want to talk about Dr. Dre and his classic solo debut album entitled The Chronic. This album right here is a landmark album in hip-hop history. This album was released back in 1992, and I want to discuss The Chronic, this album, and the classic single Nothing But a G Thing. Like I just mentioned, it's Throwback Thursday, and I want to discuss Dr. Dre's landmark classic solo debut album entitled The Chronic. This album was released back on December 15th, 1992. Can't believe it's been that long, almost 30 years ago that this album was released. It was released on Death Row Records and Interscope Records. It peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 charts, and it went on to sell 3 million copies in the United States alone. The album and its singles, all 3 of its singles, it became one of the top selling albums of 1993. The album's 3 singles all were top 10 Billboard hits. Nothing But a G Thing peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and number 1 on the Hot Rap Singles and R&B charts. This album right here had 3 albums was released. Like I just mentioned, Nothing But a G Thing was released on January 19th, 1993. The second single, Dre Day, was released on May 20th, 1993. And the third and final single off this classic landmark album was Let Me Ride, which was released on September 13th, 1993. This album is 62 minutes long. It was recorded at Death Row Studios in Los Angeles, California. Pretty much started recording back in June of 1992. Genre is West Coast hip hop, G-funk, and gangster rap. It was produced and executive produced by Dr. Dre and 𝐥𝐤𝐤 Knight, respectively. This album right here is widely considered to be one of the most important hip hop albums of all time, and hip hop fans will agree that this album, The Chronic, is a landmark classic. This album also featured an up-and-coming new rapper by the name of Snoop Doggy Dogg, which went on to release his classic debut album entitled Doggy Style the following year in 1993. The song that you may hear playing in the background is entitled Nothing But a G Thing, and it features Snoop Dogg. This song right here, like I said, reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts on May 20th, 1993. This song has been considered as one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time. And of course, this album, moving around right now, this album entitled The Chronic is considered one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Rolling Stone has this album on its greatest 500 albums list. I think it came in ranked at 419 on the greatest albums in music history, not just hip-hop but all genres of music. So this is definitely one of those albums that will stand the test of time. In 1999, Dr. Dre released a follow-up sequel, I guess you would say, to this album entitled Chronic 2001. The track listing for this album basically featured every new signee to the new formed Death Row Records at that time. The album started off with an intro entitled The Chronic, and it has Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre performing on that song, on that intro. The second song, entitled Fuck With Dre Day, it's the second song on the album. The third song, Let Me Ride. The fourth song, The Day Niggas Took Over. The fifth song, Nothing But a G Thing. The sixth song, These Nuts. The seventh song on the album is entitled Little Ghetto Boy. The 8th song is entitled A Nigga With The Gun. The 9th song on the album is entitled Rat Tat Tat Tat. The 10th song entitled The $20 Sack Pyramid. It's a skit. And the 11th song is entitled Lyrical Gangbang. The 12th song, High Powered. 13th song is entitled Doctor's Office Skit. The 14th song is entitled Stranded on Death Row. The 15th song is entitled The Roach. And the 16th song and final song is entitled Bitches Ain't Shit. This album right here features Snoop Dogg pretty much on damn near every song on the album. It features Corrupt, Lady of Rage, RBX, Daz Dillinger, the DOC, Jewel, you know, an array of other artists that was, you know, affiliated or signed to Death Row Records at that time. Yeah, because this album had everybody on it, from Warren G, also Nate Dogg. It helped launch the careers of a lot of artists. This is a very important album to hip-hop, to West Coast hip-hop, for Death Row Records, which was pretty much a new record label at that time. So it helped, and everybody knows the rest is history. Death Row went on to become a historic hip-hop record label of all time, went on to sell millions of records. Tupac came a little later on. Everything about it. Dr. Dre went on to become an iconic music producer, an iconic businessman, an iconic artist. So it started with NWA, of course, and everything like that, which was, you know, put Dr. Dre on the map. But when he came out with his breakthrough solo album, Chronic, that's when his career definitely took off. And now he has Beats by Dre. He went on to start Aftermath Entertainment, signed Eminem, 50 Cent, and worked with numerous artists throughout the years. So Dr. Dre definitely deserves his flowers, deserves his recognition, and I just wanted to show him some love with his classic 1992 debut solo album entitled Chronic. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, continue to keep pushing the culture forward, and I'm out. Peace.